change in my life and in my family as it does to everyone it touches. Before I was diagnosed with onset ALS in 2008, I spent 22 years as a partsman for a diesel engine distributor and then 10 years as a geographics information systems analyst and wildlife technician for my wife's consulting company. For recreation, I was a downhill and cross-country skier, a mountain climber and hiker, a scuba diver and swimmer, a hunter and a fisherman. Now I am officially retired and spend my days reading, conversing with old and new friends by email and on the internet, on the ALS forums and on Facebook. I still help out with the business doing some bookkeeping and computer mapping, so I keep busy, but to say that my life has changed would be an understatement.
Hello everyone. My name is Barry Godsalve. Please excuse my artificial voice. My lips and tongue are on strike and negotiations are not going well. I am 54 years old and I live in Hinton, Alberta with my wife Beth and 21-year-old son Andrew. Unfortunately, neither Beth nor Andrew could be here with me today, but I do have the pleasure of having two of my three sisters, Donna and Debbie, as my guests. I asked Patricia if it would be possible for me to speak to you today because I wanted to tell you a little about myself, my life with ALS, and why the ALS Society and the Walk for ALS is so important to me. ALS has brought about a big change in my life and in my family as it does to everyone it touches. Before I was diagnosed with onset ALS in 2008, I spent 22 years as a partsman for a diesel engine distributor and then 10 years as a geographics information systems analyst and wildlife technician for my wife's consulting company. For recreation, I was a downhill and cross-country skier, a mountain climber and hiker, a scuba diver and swimmer, a hunter and a fisherman. Now I am officially retired and spend my days reading, conversing with old and new friends by email and on the internet, on the ALS forums and on Facebook. I still help out with the business doing some bookkeeping and computer mapping, so I keep busy, but to say that my life has changed would be an understatement. My symptoms started in the summer of 2007 with slurred words. We were visiting with relatives in Ontario and people started joking that I had better cut back on my beer consumption. Since then my voice has steadily progressed from slurred words to slurred and hoarse speech and is now at the point where no one can understand anything of what I say, so I don't try anymore. I have a number of speech devices and thank goodness for modern technology that allows me to communicate. Along with the speech, my swallowing ability has deteriorated so that all of my food and drink comes through my peg feeding tube, which is exceedingly boring, but at least I am not going hungry. I first became involved with the ALS Society when I met Patricia at my first clinic visit, and she and the society have been a great help to me and my family in providing both information and equipment when we needed it. Patricia arranged for me to get a walker, a transfer wheelchair and a recliner chair, and we are in the process of getting a porch lift and a power wheelchair, all from the society loan closet. My legs and arms are starting to give me some problems, so these mobility aids are much appreciated. But all of these things cost money, and that is why we are gathered here today, to kick off the 2010 ALS Walk that will enable the society to support patients and to fund research into finding the cause and a cure for this devastating disease. This will be my third walk, and my team, Barry's Brigade, raised over $1,000 in 2008, over $4,000 in 2009, and I know that we will do the same this year. I am reminded of my first walk luncheon in 2008, where I had the privilege of sitting at a table with Wayne Stevenson and Brian Eaglesham, both of whom are no longer with us. I pushed Brian in his wheelchair on the 2008 walk when we raced Wayne in his powered chair, and it was smiles all around. And that is what the walk is about. A good time with friends and family raising money for a good cause, the ALS Society of Alberta. So please help by making the 2010 Walk for ALS the most successful yet. I would just like to say in closing, thank you to Patricia, the ALS Society, and to the wonderful staff at the University of Alberta ALS Clinic, and my friends Carrie, Shamim and Dorothy who are here today. Thank you.